Greetings! I will be showing you how to do the new timesheet process at NTCA. This process will make it faster and easier for you to submit your timesheet, and in fact easier for administration to process all of your timesheets submitted every 2 weeks. First of all, be sure you log into your Google account. You can be in Mail for the first time, and then you should see a email from Mrs. Hunter that will say your name and timesheet for the current year. You click on it, and then you simply click on Open in Sheets. Once you're into the sheet, it will show you the first tab, which is a pretty important tab that has all your timesheet due dates. The important dates to remember for entering your timesheet is the start dates and end dates, and when they are due. So here I have a start date of the 9th through the 20th, which I had put together a sample timesheet for, but now I want to do a new timesheet, like perhaps for the next week, or you would put in whatever dates you are currently in. So here I'm going to put July 23rd through August 3rd. For your reference, please don't update this. This is not for you to update. You would actually just update it in your actual timesheet here below. So here I have this tab has the timesheet to start with, but what we want to do is you want to keep that and then just simply make copies of it. So you go in here and you just click on duplicate, and it'll make a copy of it. So here, once you made a copy of it, then you can change it to the current week that you are on. You just click on the down arrow here, it's a drop down, and then you simply select rename. So here I'm going to change to the new dates, which should be July 23rd, and you just do an abbreviated form of it so you can see a lot of your timesheets at once. And then August 3rd was the end date. And then again up here you want to change these to reflect the current weeks as well. So you got July 23rd through August 3rd. So you can double click it and it'll actually bring up a calendar, which is kind of nice, and then you click on the 3rd. So these are 2-week time periods. And what's nice is once you enter these two values, it'll automatically populate these dates over here. So you should never ever have to update those in any way. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to actually enter your full name, first and last name. You just simply select this text, and then you're going to enter your full name. And then once you do that, you basically have your timesheet done for the week. But if you have certain special circumstances where maybe you're only working like a couple of days that week, or you're working summer school and you have a different hours, so you can modify these arrival and departure times. Let's say you're starting at 8:45 and you only work until 12:45. So then if you're going to reflect the actual hours of that time frame, it's about 4 hours. So then you need to change these hours to 4. And then it'll automatically reflect in this total. So if there are some days you are not working, let's say, so say you don't work on these 4 days, you can simply just delete those arrival times, and then you could either just delete these or just put 0, whichever you feel most comfortable with. It'll automatically populate 0 here and it won't reflect in your total. So this automatically calculates your total. So the only thing you need to be concerned about entering is the arrival and departure times, if they in fact need to be changed. If they are 7:45 to 3:45, you should never have to change those. And then changing the hours column. And then if you want to put a specific description here, like summer school, you can do that as well. If you have special considerations for overtime hours, you will need to see Mrs. Hunter on how to enter that specifically, and you may have to do a manual timesheet for that given week. So there you have it, and then you would be done, and you can actually just close this and it automatically saves it. And then if later on you don't have that email, you don't say you deleted this email, that's okay. The timesheet is still shared with you. So the way to go and try to find it is to actually go under Sheets. And then you can simply search for timesheet. And it'll bring up anything with timesheet in the name. So here I have the timesheet right here, and I'll just simply click on it and then go through the whole process again. Let's say I'm doing the August 6th through August 17th. I could just simply click this drop down and do duplicate, and then actually what we could do is we could go back to this original one, because this is the standard timesheet, and then you click this drop down and you can just hit duplicate, and maybe you want to, in that original document, put or tab, put in your name here so that that is reflected in each of the timesheets that you copy from it. So this could be like your template. So now once you got that, then you could type in the new date range. So you can rename this and say this is August 5th. And if you forget what it is, you can simply go back to these timesheet dates. Oh, it's August 6th actually, August 6th through the 17th. So you can just click right back on to the one you just copied. Here, we'll get rid of this one. If you want to get rid of one that you accidentally created, you can just simply say delete, and then you can go back here and go change this to the correct date. So go into rename, and you want August 6th through the 17th. That way Mrs. Hunter knows which one has the current dates in it. So in here, then you have to actually manually update this every time in each timesheet that you create. But it's quite simple. You just click on this August 6th and then make sure that this says August 17th. And if you don't see a particular month, you just click this double arrow and then click on the August 17th, which is right there. And then you would have this timesheet ready to go. And then you can just simply close it and it'll automatically save, and Mrs. Hunter will have it reflected on her side as well. Questions regarding the timesheet, you could either contact me, Marilee, or Mrs. Hunter. Thanks for your time.